Hey there, thank you for joining me for another episode of Total Ramblings. It's Thursday, the 4th of September 2025, and it's 6:24 in the morning, and I'm on my weekly trek to Wimbledon, and we are now officially, well, meteorologically speaking, we are in autumn. Summer has finished. Although I think it's, from a meteorological point of view, we're out of summer. But I think in other aspects, I can't think of the word, it's the equinox on the 22nd, which will plunge us into autumn. But I mean, I used to say autumn was my favourite time of year. Not too hot, not too cold, a little bit of a chill in the air, it's quite nice. Not too bright, but the problem is lately, of course, is that I'm doing a lot of driving to and from hospital to see Liz, and I know I've got about 6 months now of doing that in the dark, and after last winter of doing that, my eyes craved sunlight. I just wanted to drink in the light, you know, so that's a little bit worrying. Anyway, I remain convinced, as always, that I'm about on the verge of being fired. I'm finding work very stressful because my mind's distracted constantly by other things. I was sitting in my chair yesterday on a call, looking out into the garden and seeing the washing line that hasn't been used in 2 years. And I remember how Liz used to sort of do this stompy kind of walk out to it and this stompy kind of walk back again, and how she'd really kind of heavily walk down the stairs, and I feel really bad because nobody knew that she had this problem. She was really heavy on her feet and obviously found it difficult walking. I remember we went to Liverpool to the Doctor Who exhibition that was up there at the time, and she had a walking stick with her, and it was this car. I hadn't had this car long, so that was must be nearly 3.5 years ago, and I pulled up right outside the museum, really good parking spot. Liz got out of the car, I was locking up, I turned around, she'd fallen over, and she had a walking stick. She could, you know, and I feel really bad because that sky behind me, by the way, is really, really black. It is going to absolutely chuck it down. But we had like 9 millimeters of rain yesterday. But the point I'm making is that, you know, she'd thump down the stairs and I'd roll my eyes and she'd do this weird stompy walk. And we always just assumed it was because she had arthritis in one knee, which she's had there in that knee since she was a child, and she'd broken her other knee, and we always assumed that this was the problem, and this was why, you know, she was crawling up to bed on all fours, and this was why she couldn't walk properly, and I feel really bad because we never put 2 and 2 together, and all this time she's been struggling with this disease that nobody knew about. And that's going to haunt me for the rest of my life, however long that might be. Probably not very. You know, you sit in the living room and you see all of Liz's things around that she can't see herself, you know? It's just, it's tragic, really. Life sucks. It really does. It's most unfair. Anyway, I've just filled up with petroleum distillate and got some food for the day, and I'm on my way to work. One of the guys at work is leaving and wants to go for drinks after work. I'm going to have to time that very carefully because I'm visiting Liz after work and I don't want to get there too late. So if I do go for a drink, it'll only be for one. but it also depends on what time we go. If we go at like 5 o'clock, then that's going to be probably too late. If we left at 4, that might be okay, but I just don't know. So that's you all caught up with what's going on. Well, we are leaving sunny Wimbledon. It hasn't been sunny all day. We've been having lots of on-off showers, but it's nice at the moment. This is lovely, crisp. I love that word, crisp autumnal weather. It's beautiful. Anyway, as always appears to be the case, I've had a good day at work. I don't know why I worry. I'll tell you why I worry. I'll tell you exactly why I worry so much. And it's because I'm not disappointed if something bad happens. Because if I get too, happy or optimistic, that's the word, optimistic, terrible things happen. So it's best to be a total pessimist all the time. That way you can never have your dreams crushed utterly. There you go. It's a little lesson for you there today. I should call this episode Total Pessimism. Although I don't have episode titles, I just have episode numbers. I suspect if I had episode titles, I would run out very quickly, because I do the videos, I put the videos together, I edit them, I do the, all the text, all the opening bit, closey bit, do the uploading, name it. I come to the description and I just fall apart. The description of this video, this is just a video of me doing things. Yeah, so I think if it came to naming episodes, maybe I should try it. I don't know, you never know. But I suspect I would do very badly at keeping up the naming convention. And I'd probably end up using names, if not twice. I would say, oh, this is episode so-and-so part 2. Anyway, that's just, they have names for YouTube, like, life so-and-so, so-and-so, or unboxing so-and-so, or Lego review, whatever, but that's just for YouTube purposes. The actual episodes themselves don't have names. And I don't know if you've noticed this, or care even. You probably don't. It's not important. Nothing's really important. There's a high probability, it is more likely than not, that we are living in a simulation. And probably several embedded simulations in. Rick and Morty did a very good take on this, where Rick designs a world in order to to operate as a battery for his car. And the people in it, they have to do certain tasks in this world to provide the power for his car. And they don't know that they're in a virtual simulated world. And they don't know that they're ultimately just powering someone's car. So, of course, they get bored of, having to do this task. And they create their own virtual world to get this power. And those people create their own virtual world. And the point is that none of these people realise that they're in a virtual world. And we probably don't realise that we're in a virtual world. And I also heard a very good explanation the other day that if there was a computer simulation of the universe, it would eventually it would have processing issues. Like it wouldn't be able to process minuscule, it wouldn't be able to process all of the data all of the time. So basically, excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. There you go, got to make that noise to stop you sneezing. Basically, right,
The computer can't simulate everything at detail all of the time. So it makes an approximation. And also, so basically this, if you think about it, this is quantum physics, right? It's like the old double slit experiment. You fire a single photon of light through at this card with double slits, and you get two patterns behind, but there's only one photon of light until you observe it, and then the pattern changes. And it's like, it's the rendering. I'm probably saying this very wrongly, right? It's the rendering. The fact is that the moment you start to pay attention to something, it renders better. It's like a game, right? You're playing a game, and in some games, you know, you've got an open world, but essentially the computer only renders what your character is currently looking at. Now, as you turn around and look behind you, the computer, very fast of course, will start to render what you are now looking at, and it will unload the stuff that you are no longer looking at. So you're now looking at what was behind you. So what was behind you is now in front of you, and that is now being fully rendered, and what was in front of you is now behind you, and that's now been unloaded from memory and is not being observed and is therefore not being rendered anymore. And it's like they've discovered this with quantum mechanics, right? Quantum physics. Excuse me, someone's ringing me. What?
Hello? Can I feed the cats?
Yes, please. Why are you home early?
Huh?
Why are you home early?
No, I finished at 5:30 today.
Right.
I just got in.
I know. Is there any post?
No.
Are there any parcels? Hello? She might have gone. She's probably gone. The point being, here she is again. Hello?
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 I just heard the last bit. She's probably gone. I finished at 5:30 today. I literally just got in. Can I feed the cats?
I thought I'd already said yes.
Said what?
I had already said yes.
What did you already say?
Yes. Hello?
Yeah, hello. It keeps cutting out before you give me the answer.
Ha! Of course it fucking does. What's the opposite of the word no?
I didn't hear a no.
I didn't say no.
So you said yes?
Yes.
Okay, I think that's got through.
About fucking time.
Yeah.
Right.
How are you? You going to the hospital?
Yeah, I've only just left. The guy's leaving work, so I had to go to the pub.
Oh, okay.
But I only went for half an hour.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I just got in. And I think the cats are like in the same spot where I left them, so yeah.
Right. If you feel so inclined, you could put the tumble dryer on.
Put the what on?
The tumble dryer.
The tumble dryer?
Yes.
Okay. Well, don't get touchy with me, because your bloody phone's cutting out.
It's not my phone cutting out.
Well, you're the one who's going through the bad internet. You think we have bad internet at the house? No.
We have a fucking amazing internet at the house. Bye. That was Alice. She's probably going to try and call me again in a minute when I start to talk about quantum mechanics. The point being that it's only when you observe stuff that it resolves into a solution. And that is demonstrably exactly like as if we were living in a simulation. We can only see so far into the universe. There's a speed of light, which could be a processing limit, right? It could be a limit as to how quickly the machine that we're living in can process stuff. the speed of light could be a completely artificial construct of this artificial simulated world in which we live. And that's the point I was trying to make. But anyway, I am leaving London now, and it's 4 minutes to 6. I guess we're out of rush hour, but the problem is that Thursday's the new Friday ever since COVID, right? Because people don't bother going in Fridays. So if they're going to go to work, they'll go to work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to the office. So it's Thursday, so I guess we're probably in rush hour. But yeah, I'm about to hit the A3, which is the road that I will pretty much be taking all of the way to Liz. So enjoy that, I suppose. If that's your thing.